And it's about our pasts. We all pick up vibration from other people, whether it be words or actions. And it affects us, sometimes consciously, sometimes subconsciously. And this is the problem most people have. The phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. As I said to Cece, evidently these people that it doesn't affect have switched off their hearts. But also, they may have also opened up to the spirit energy within, the knowing of the infinite light that resides in each and every person, living animal on this earth, and inanimate objects. We all give off vibration, we all give off energy. And this energy is always changing. We are bar magnets because we've got water in us, we've got all these elements in us, and we're electrical. And we give off this magnetic field around the body. I know this. I don't just believe it, I know it. Because you can walk in a room and you can feel somebody around you, or feel their looks, or feel their thoughts. And you don't know how. But this is part of what makes us human. We can think about it. But over practice and over years, I've learned to stop consciously thinking. I've learned to switch off to the conscious thought, the ego, the me. Say, now, what did he mean by that? Or what am I seeing? What am I feeling? I stopped questioning that. Instead, I've started to listen to my instincts. Being a medium is listening through with spirit, because my vibration is a little bit higher than some people. And that enables me to understand the spirit are using my energy in my subconscious or superconscious, whatever you want to call it, and stir my memories. Because I don't know about being telepathic. It may be partly involved, but spirit always use your memories, the situations. So the sticks and stones rhyme is about the physical. And words are about the essence of you, the spirit energy that is inside you. So how does that come in with the why are we afraid of spirit? Well, we're all afraid of getting hurt. We're all afraid of the dark at some stage. Some of us are lucky and say, I don't care about the dark. I'm scared of dogs. I'm this, I'm that. We all have our own pathway of what makes us afraid and what makes us happy. But you have to listen to yourself. I know also that within me is a light. It can never be changed, tarnished. It can never be destroyed in the ways that we understand, because it's everlasting. It's been connected to the divine light or God or whatever term you understand of being eternal. I know that God resides in each of us, in every living and dead, inanimate object ever made, past, present, and future. Because the energy makes the world what it is, makes the stars, makes the universe, everything. And at night time, this is leading up to a point, the night time is full of dark. As I said, some people are afraid of the dark and they need light. But I use the dark as a comforter, because dark absorbs information. It hides information, and we have to find a way to get into it. Then we see a star, the little white light up in the sky, twinkling away. This old energy that's reaching Earth from umpteen light years away. But we look at it and we instantly feel there's something there. People only that are afraid of spirit only see the dark and they're afraid. Why? You don't know what's in the dark. It's got knowledge there that you can't see or understand at first. But I've learned to use that dark as a storage of information that I'm going to tap into because of my connection with the light, with spirit, with the loved ones who have passed before, or those entities who have not yet come into this earth, those that will never come into this earth, or earth plane, I should say. So I quit being scared of the dark because I know there's light there. You can go and put a light bulb on if you want. Yeah, fine. It's physical, you can see it. But it's a light within yourself, your conscious awareness. How can you be afraid of spirit that's eternal? You believe in God. Some people believe in Jesus, the Messiah, the Buddha, whomever. They're everlasting. There's books written of all types of messiahs, leaders, gurus, you name it, there's books written. But we'll look at one in the modern day of your belief. And I'm only using this as an example of Jesus. His spirit was directly connected to God, as are ours. And the phrase in the Bible, whoever believeth in me can do this, if not greater, is not about the physical. That is in part, but not the total meaning. It's about the spiritual connection to the divine. And you know Jesus is immortal because he's got God in him. He's the Son of God, as are we, male, female, whatever. We are all children of God. We are all creations of God. So the spirit is everything. You are only afraid of the stories you've heard, or you see something and you don't understand it and back off. That's a good safety thing. But when you back off, what are you backing off from? You check it out. You look into it. Or you run away. If you don't want to face it, walk away. Yeah. Your time for facing your fears is your choice. Remember, we are given the choice of our own belief. I'm not afraid of spirit. I'm only afraid of failing them and lowering my vibration. Because I work with spirit 24/7. It doesn't mean I'm actually every second of every day doing things for spirit, but I'm open to them. Their energy and the connection with my energy, they supply the energy, but they activate mine differently. They say, oh, something wrong with your stomach, or something wrong with your leg, or something. Or, hey, Graham, can you remember this program? Or can you remember that memory? Or, your stomach's rumbling. Oh, okay, I need to do something. And when I see somebody, one of these senses will come up when I'm looking at somebody, and I think, oh, that person's got a stomachache, or that person's got this. Because I'm listening to my body, my spirit. You see, you've got body, mind, and spirit. They're interconnected. One cannot work without the other, but one doesn't control everyone else. Spirit don't control you. They try and get your memory to work, and so they're trying to pass the message through that memory. And it's up to you to interpret it the way you see fit. If you don't like it, switch off to it and say no. You are not controlled by spirit. You only control yourself, your response, your reaction. So this is Halloween coming up soon, and it's a festival of spirit being able to connect with us easier because the veil's closer together between the earth plane and the spirit plane. It's thinner or narrower. and everybody's celebrating, everybody's keen and dressing up as gargoyles or whatever. Well, I'm going to dress up for this Halloween. And I'm from England. We don't have Halloween the way you do here. Even though it is happening in England, it's not such a big thing as I remember over there as it is here. So I'm actually going to dress up as Doctor Who. Because that TV program in England, I remember from day one. And the Doctor, to me, was a wise old soul. Even when the first show started, it was in black and white, believe it or not. I'm not old. But the Doctor is synonymous with learning. And the dimensions of the TARDIS, it looked like a normal phone box, blue maybe, but a phone box, phone booth. And it could travel through time and space. So can our imaginations, so can our spirits. Spirits up there are traveling all around the world, trying to connect with you, like the Doctor. He tries to save people, save the Earth, save species and other planets. Yes, it's a program. Yes, it's make-believe. But you watch a program, and some people actually believe the reality of the program. I don't. I love the marvel. I love the story. It's a story, but it's got ideas that I can use. I'm crazy. I'm weird. I always have been. I'm the black sheep of the family because I don't want to follow everybody else. I don't want to sit indoors and hide away. I want to prove to people that your spirit is connected to every single other spirit and every other single thing on this earth. Halloween is celebrating the loved ones that have passed and this closeness of spirit and the earth itself. It's not about horror. That became like the movies and programs like Doctor Who. It became something that people can relate to. But the story of Halloween is far more important. I love Halloween because it takes away the negativity of the joy. Did I say that right? Yeah, I did. It takes away the negativity of the joy. Because people dress up as monsters and pretend they're evil and all that, but they're having fun doing it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. Well, in this case, they do. Your words have to be equal to your actions. I'm a spontaneous sort of person, but this show I'm doing with the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network means a lot to me. I can dare to dream. I am not afraid of spirit because my spirit is equal to theirs, equal to them. I know it. I may be on a different level, but I'm equal to them. I have my own choices on this earth. So do you. So what are you going to do about it? Why are you afraid? You've got to find yourself and find your own strength in yourself, knowing that your spirit will never, ever die. Your dreams may die or change, but that's your choice. Some choices are very, very hard, almost impossible. And I say almost, because you're always given that moment in your life, you decide what is going to control you and what isn't. When you go out to any of these parties for Halloween or any celebration, why are you doing it? It's to connect that good energy that you like and love and want, and you want to amplify it, you want to share it, you want to give it or take it, receive it. But it's all spiritual. You don't have to be in a church to be spiritual, but you have to be honest to yourself. I have Christmas every day. I have birthdays every day. Any celebration you care to name that's positive, I have every day. Why? Because I wake up in the morning. Spirit have looked after me over the night. I've got a chance to do better to reach you, the listener, and say, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do with your spirit that has far more knowledge than you consciously think of and know? You've got to stop saying the word believe, as one of my friends said recently, and I am going to use the phrase, stop believing, know. You know what you know. You know there is life after death because you pray, in this case, to Jesus Christ, to God, they're everlasting. You pray that each day you can do more and have a happy life. That's what most people want, but not many people have the opportunity to. But if you have an opportunity to lift somebody's spirit up, make them happier, you will gain, you will reap the benefit as well. It's not about ego, though. It's not about, because I did that, you owe me. I give it freely because that's who I am. When you see something that's not there physically, don't think, oh, I'm losing my marbles, I'm going blind, I'm going weird. Embrace it. Because you saw something that your vision, your mind captured for that split second. Like those stars twinkling up in the sky. Sometimes they disappear. The light goes out. And then the cloud moves and back it comes again. So stars are not as infinite as spirit. They're not. The light could have stopped traveling millions of years ago, but because it's coming to us unimpeded, that light can travel until it hits something, then it stops. Our spirits never stop. So why are you afraid of spirit? You're walking around. You've got it inside you. It emanates through you, out of your body, out of your physical. You touch people, even just walking in a room, people look, whoa, you're in a bad mood. It's not by facial, it's just that feeling they get. But your spirit inside is sedate, it's calm. It's your conscious ego stepping forward, saying, I want something, or I'm not happy with something. You know what I mean. So you don't have to be afraid of spirit, unless you're afraid of yourself. In that case, you need help. And people like myself and others are very good at helping you find your inner peace. There's doctors, psychologists, and all the rest of it. But the spirit is your concern. What makes you happy for you? Now, if anybody's got any questions, you can put a comment up and see if you'll pass it on. But I want you all to realize that we are here to communicate with you. I'm not doing this on my own. For one thing, I've got Cece, who's brilliant on the back stuff. Also, her energy is, I like it. That's how we get on. I trust her. You've got people in your life that you trust or you don't trust. If you don't trust them, why are you there? Now, you've got many ways of communicating with me. There's my email, thebrit77@hotmail.com. That's THEBRITT77@hotmail.com. Or my website is Medium Graham Williamson. All one word. Online. Okay? Or my telephone. And We will be taking a little break shortly, but we'll be back, and I'll continue when we do. Whew. Well, welcome back. I love the sound of that, goingboldmedia.com. There's many different aspects in that, where singles, dating, and life experiences from various hosts. It's well worth joining in and being part of it, because you learn something, not only from other people, but also about yourself. And we're here on this earth. We are spirits having a human experience. And most people don't realize what that purpose of their life is. I don't know what mine is, but I know one thing: I'm going to do the best I can to enjoy it. And talking to spirit is my enjoyment. Talking to my wife and my family, it equals it. Because if it wasn't for spirit, I would not be here. Because I dared to dream. And see that picture behind me? It says dare to dream. That was the last gift from my mother. She was a medium, a rescue medium. And we spoke before she passed away. She knew she wasn't going to survive an operation. And we spoke for 2 solid hours before our operation, that she knew she wouldn't survive it. And within hours of her passing, I felt her. And the peace and joy I felt with my mother coming back to say, I'm now free of pain. I'm now with my loved ones that have passed many years before. And I talk to her every day. In a way, that's what you do with Halloween. You're celebrating all those spirits that have gone on before you. But what are you doing about it? Are you seriously just waiting and building up for that moment, that day, to enjoy it? No. I celebrate, as I said earlier, every day. Because every day you've got a chance to communicate with those loved ones. The memories that come up when you see a favourite flower or your mum's. Well, this is my mum's little totem. It's an elephant. I got it because my wife made this necklace for me. And it wasn't quite completed. Something was missing. And she bought all these little elephants and said, let me use one of these. I thought it was a brilliant idea. Now my mother comes around with me because When she went to Africa with my father, she went to treetops, I think, in Africa, and elephants were all around her, and she loved it. And it was a joy. But also, my mother comes around in different ways. She comes around in flowers, the scent of flowers, the trees. My parents worked in a hospital for the mentally and physically challenged, and the wards were named after trees. You name a tree, the name of the ward. So I'm living in America. They've got myrtles, they've got beech, elm, oak, ash, laburnum, willow. All these were names of the wards. So every single thing that I see around me reminds me of my mother and my father. Spirit are around me in my memories, and they're activated when I look out the window. I see a cactus out there that I've been growing for 20 years. Because I used to grow cactus in England, and they're only little diddy things, and they're like little barrels, you know, what fit in a little plant pot. And one I had for many years, but before I left England to come to visit here, I gave that cactus to one of my sisters, and it's still going 20 odd years later. It's a little bit bigger now, and it still flowers. So when I see a cactus, I remember my sister. I've got 5 sisters and 2 brothers, and they're with me inside my heart. Their spirits are in my spirit, connected with my spirit, I should say. They're connected through my heart and my memories. They're alive. You can still connect with spirit of people alive as well as those that have passed. Because as I said earlier, we are all connected by the energy of spirit. The energy that makes us human, makes us pain, whatever. The energy is created by the divine, and we use it for pleasing things. Like that little picture there. That was painted by my grandson in England, Jacob. I've got another grandson called Tristan, and he's dressed up next to a pumpkin in England. I've got a daughter in England. In fact, I've got 2 daughters, a stepdaughter in England. My son's there. So all these things trigger memories when I see things. The Dare to Dream, the rainbow, the picture there, it's got the Universal Life Ministries, I've got family pictures. All these things are connecting me with them, the spirit of them, the love in that spirit. You see, you cannot hide love. You can think you can hide it. You can turn your heart hard and say, I don't love. But your heart is made of love. The divine is made of love. People say, well, there's negative spirits. Yes, there are. And there's bad spirits, but there's mostly good. You can't have one without the other. But it's a choice you have to either like the positive or like the negative. That's your choice. You can't have one without the other. Like a bar magnet, you've got a North Pole and a South Pole. And it's always working. It's always spinning around you. It's always in motion. That energy can never stop working. It can change. The magnet can lose its power, but it goes into something else. It's like us, our bodies, our spirit, inside our physical body. When our body dies, that spirit goes somewhere else. You go somewhere else. Your body stays here. And you still carry that love for those that have passed. And if you concentrate on them, it'll make your heart feel so much better, so much lighter. When you think of the sadness, it's because you physically miss those people. I miss my mum. I miss being able to hold her and smell her fragrance. But her heart is always in mine, as it is with the rest of my siblings, and my parents feel the same, even though they're both passed. You see, this is what spirit's about. Continuation, learning, sharing, giving. It's not about ego, not what can I do? I want something from you before I can give you this. No. You've got to give from your heart. Unconditional love. Which means you choose whether to give freely or not. Think about it. Everybody says, oh, unconditional love. But what does that mean? Well, spirit have unconditional love and energy up in their realm. And mediums feel that energy flow through them. And they activate our memories and our heart and our physical bodies. They charge us up. They give us power, energy. Not power as I'm Superman or anything like that. You can feel like it, but physically you don't. It's emotionally you feel empowered. So there's more positive things about spirit than there are negative, but we always hone in on the negative. As I say, people dress up looking like gargoyles and monsters and all the rest of it, but most of it is man-made creation, not spirit creation. Think about that. You dress up, some people dress up in funny costumes, some people don't dress up at all, but still have the empathy of situation and celebration. Some people are shy and only come out when they dress up. They use it as a veneer, like actors do. Some actors literally take the persona of the character that they are portraying. So when people see the word spirit, or hear about spirit, or feel spirit, they've got two choices. Like it or not like it. It's simple. You know, I didn't know what I was going to talk about in depth, but I'm hoping what I've shared with you today on WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, I dared to follow my instincts, my heart. I went bold by standing up and saying what I truly feel. This show is for you. And I would like any of you to leave me a message. If you want to contact me, please do so. There's the Brit77@hotmail.com. There's my email address, and the medium grahamwilliamson.online is my website. Telephone number 352-409-1060. Leave a voice message, because you all know we all get those phone calls from scam artists and unsolicited phone calls. But also, that's the connection that we accept the call or we don't accept the call. And please leave a comment, definitely. And if you want a reading, I'm always available, but you need to ask me. I'm pretty good, but I can't tell you, oh, Joe Bloggs is on and he wants to know. I need to see the words. I need a connection with that. But you see, this is where the choices that we all have. Feeling good or not. If you don't feel good, what do? You take medicine. You rest. Think about it. You know that you need to look after yourself. You know you can do something. The choice is, what are you going to do? I love following spirit. They love following me. They follow all of us. But can you listen to them? Can you feel them? Can you see them? Can you smell them? You know, when you pick up something that used to be a loved one who's passed, I like to use my mum and my dad. I pick something up and say, yeah, I remember that moment, a picture. I'm not afraid of spirit. You don't have to be afraid of spirit. In fact, you're more afraid of your own spirit because you don't know what your purpose is. Most people try to project that fear onto something else rather than understand it and know their own fear. Life's simple, people screw it up is an old phrase. I never thought I'd be saying it on a show. But think about it. It's simple to be honest with yourself, but how many would admit that they're not perfect? I know I'm not perfect. I'm afraid of dying, as in how I'm going to die. But I'm not afraid of death. My life is full of wonderful experiences and bad ones, but I accept it. I work the balance out between the two. You see, spirit are there to help you 24/7 if you allow them. But you have to open yourself up to be truthful to yourself, to know which is your comment or spirit memory. I have experienced a lot of things in my 67 years on this earth. I went and viewed a program on YouTube, and I was asked, why would a reverend like to go into a place unexplained mystery? And I won't say, well, what the true title is. And I went, well, why have you got a name that refers to negativity? Oh, you don't like it? I said, no. You see, my name is Graham Williamson. I'm a medium. I'm an international medical intuitive evidential medium, psychic, clairvoyant, and I am here to show you. Some of you have the abilities I've got, if not more. Or you may just be psychic, because everybody's psychic to a degree. But you all have one thing in common. Well, I'm just going to use one thing in common. You all have spirit. So your spirit is pure white. It's light. It's positive. You choose to cover it with negativity. That's your choice. And don't say, oh, I was born this way. No. You choose to follow that negativity. That's your fault. That's your path. Your choice. I like to walk in the light. I like to have fun. I like to help people. I'm not afraid to say, no, I don't like that. So you can come back here on my show. It's every other Wednesday, same time. So this will be 2 weeks' time. We'll post up the time and date. Oh, thank you, Cece. See, Cece's brilliant. November the 10th is my next show at 5 p.m. EST. And I would love somebody to come in and ask or put a point across or want a reading, because I'm a medium and I love sharing loved ones' messages. So I want you to think about what I've said and join us again on WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, radio, TV and podcast. And don't forget, this is Going Bold Wednesday. I'm normally a little bit more crazy than I've been today, but because of Halloween coming up, I wanted to share more in-depth stuff. Don't forget, you can contact me, thebrit77@hotmail.com. That's THEBRITT77@hotmail.com. Send me an email. I'll answer it as soon as I can. My website is Medium Graham Williamson, all one word, .online. My telephone number is 352-409-1060. Please leave a voice message, unless I've got your number from previous. I'm on Facebook. Look up Graham Williamson. You'll see my face next to my gorgeous young lady, my wife. And you can see what I'm like. I'm like this every day. I have fun with my spirit, because my spirit, I know, is working in collaboration with others in a positive way, like this channel. and YouTube, GoingSoloMedia.com. You can join in and become part of the team, because we of Positive Mind want to share our experiences and our abilities with you. And it's not always going to be serious stuff, but I take my job as a medium seriously, but I have a quirky way of doing it. I have fun passing on evidential messages to other people. I take on the persona of somebody, or the habits, or even being English, I can come out with some accents. I'm not going to try an American accent. My mother would have smacked me if I'd have tried that. My mother was born in Detroit, but was only here for 4.5 years of her life. She lived in England all of her life other than that period, and never became a British subject, because it didn't matter to her. She was with family that loved her, and my father. So don't be afraid of spirit. And if you need help with spirit, contact me. I would be happy to help. And if I can't help you, I will pass you on to somebody I trust that may be able to help you. Because I'm not brilliant. I don't know every answer. I'm a human being. I'm learning every second of every day. My spirit is everlasting. It was here before I became born. It was up there learning stuff. Come into this body, and it'll go back up there when this body's had enough. And that's going to be one heck of a trip when I go back up there, because I then have limitless ability. Think about it. Limitless. No physical boundary. Life's brilliant on this earth. What is it? Heaven on earth as it is in heaven. I like to live heaven now. I know I'm living it. It's not perfect, but I'm not perfect. But my spirit is. I'm learning to get the two in balance. And I have to learn things. Literally, I have to learn, like you do. But you can enjoy it. If you don't like it, stop, take a breather, come back again. Like these celebration things we have for Halloween and Christmas and July 4th, all these special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries. We use them to boost our energy, boost our hearts, lift ourselves up. Some memories are sad. As you can see, I was in the Royal Navy. I did 14.5 years. A best friend went to war in my place and never came back. He went behind my back and took my ship. He went to the Falklands on the Coventry, which was my ship. Never came back. The ship was sunk. It's just one point of my life. Life's not been easy, but I honour my memory. I honour my friend who died in my place. His spirit is with me. Think about it. I'm no hero. I was a cook. I just wanted to travel the world, and I did. I came to America, but I honour my memory. I honour my past. The spirit in me honours those other spirits that came here and saved my life. I'm not afraid of them. If it's a bad one, I'll shine my light and say, get lost. Because your light can never be dimmed. Only you can dim it by covering it with your emotions, your past. If it's negative, it hides that light. I don't hide my light. I don't hide my past. I'm not proud of all my past. But at least I face it. My spirit is undiminished. My light is undiminished. I know it. And this network has helped me open up inside to help you. So please come back again. My show is Dare to Dream. I'm Graham Williamson, and I'm an international medical intuitive. And we'll be leaving shortly. But please, if you like the show, put a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share. Connect. And don't forget to go bold in yourself. Stand up for yourself. When we say going solo, it means to stand up for yourself to help others and yourself, not isolating yourself. You're not going solo to isolate, you're going solo to be seen. This is what the shows are about. I dare to dream. That's why I'm here today. And I hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, please leave me a comment, phone me or whatever. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be back in a couple of weeks. And I think that's about it, CC. Thank you for watching.